Namaskar. Today we will discuss theory of drawing. So it is a process of cold forming a flat sheet. Here flat sheet metal is placed in between die and punch, and it is pressed so here without much wrinkling, trimming or fracturing, the sheet is converted into vessel. The process involves forcing the sheet metal blank into a die cavity with a punch. The punch exerts sufficient force and the metal is drawn over the edge of the die opening. So in this forming, a cup is formed. So the metal being drawn must possess the combination of ductility and strength so that it does not rupture. So here there are some critical areas or the vertical portion of punch. The metal in this area subjected to stress that occurs when the metal is pulled from the flat blank into the die. So in figure you can see the punch holder is there, die is there and blank. So while designing the drawing die, some considerations are required. So following are some factors should be considered while designing the drawing dies. First, radius of draw die. So in the draw die, the radius is too small. The flow metal resistance increases, resulting is cutting of the metal. If draw die radius is too long, it produces wrinkles in the metal. Hence, the draw die radius generally up to 4 to 10 times the blank thickness. It should not be too short or small or too large. Then punch radius is also important. The edge of the punch must be rounded to avoid cutting or tearing of sheet metal. Hence the punch radius should be at least 4 times the blank thickness. Then draw clearance is also important. It is denoted by C. To avoid jamming of the blank between punch and die, it should have a clearance. There should be clearance between punch and die, and this should be more than stock thickness. An insufficient clearance between the tooling will produce thinner wall, which is an ironing effect sometimes used on. Here it is sometimes useful. So purpose, while too small clearance promote the material from relatively freely, here the thickness reduces. In generally, the recommended clearance between the drawing punch and the die should be 1.4 times T. Z equal to 1.4 times T. So recommendation is given by this formula which you can see on a screen. Z equal to T max plus K under root 10 T0. Here K is 0.07 for steel, it is a constant, 0.04 for non-ferrous metals and 0.02 for titanium, and TO is a original blank thickness. So this formula is used to determine. So Z is a clearance. So in previous lectures we discussed how clearance is calculated. Now blank size calculation. So blank size calculation is the first step in drawing process. So while calculating, it is assembled and it is assumed that the blank surface area is equal to the surface area of finished sheet. Okay, it is assumed. So it is given by some relationship, that is d equal to under root d square plus 4dh. So on screen you can see. So this is d. Then width, when d small d is less than small d divided by r is between 15 to 20, then the relationship, so d equal to under root small d square plus minus 4dh minus 0.5n, and when d by r is between 10 to 15, then d square plus 4dh minus r. So this is what the relationship, where d is a flat blank diameter, small d is finished shell diameter, and h is height of the finished shell. So here d is a blank diameter, small d is a finished shell diameter, and h is a height of finished shell. So this calculation is for drawing only. When this blank sheet is placed on a die and it is pressed against punch, okay, then so this shape is small d, there is a finished shell diameter. The number of draws, how many draws are there, okay, how many draws are required. So the number of draws can be calculated from the ratio of inside shell and shell diameter as given in table. So you can see this table. So if height to diameter ratio up to 0.7, then number of draw will be, it can be 1. If height is more, okay, height to diameter ratio is 0.7 to 1.5. If height is more, okay, then there should be 2 draws. If height to diameter ratio is 1.5 to 3.4, then there's 3 draws, okay, and if 3.4 to 7, then there are 4 draws. So in this way you can consider, okay, number of draws. So it depends upon height. If more the depth, more number of draws, more number of cycles you have to carry out. Then force calculation is also important. Force calculation. The force required to draw a shell is given by following relationship. You can see on a screen. F equal to pi dt into sigma y in bracket d by d. Capital D is a blank diameter and small d is a finished shell diameter minus c n. Here d is a finished shell diameter, t is a blank thickness, sigma y is a yield strength, d is a blank diameter, and c is a constant which varies from 0 to 6 to 0 to 7. So using this formula you can calculate drawing force. Then blank holding force. Blank holding force. So blank holding force is also there required, okay, which holds that blank firmly, but it is less than cutting force or drawing force. The purpose of the blank holding is to suppress wrinkling and control the flow of work metal into the die. Okay. So it is clear that the blank holder force must be sufficient large to prevent excessive wrinkling but not too long to cause tearing. Okay, it should not tear. Okay, it should be sufficient but it should not be high force. So generally blank holding force is 32 to 40% of the drawing force. It is in between 32 to 40%. Okay, so blank holding force. So drawing force is there and holding force is there. Holding force is 33 to 40% of drawing force. Now, how metal flows? How metal flow in drawing? So metal flow drawing, the manufacturing process is essential here. So during the ongoing process, material from the flange is constantly being forced into the die. The diameter of the die cavity is smaller than the sheet metal blank, and metal is flowing from outer periphery to inward. So in this diagram you can see the metal flow is from outer periphery to inward. So it is a round blank. So metal flows, direction, and this is die cavity. So metal flow, round die cavity. So in number of draws, so you can see the metal flow. So it can be illustrated that more material is being forced into smaller space, since the small material from the peripheral is moving into circle of smaller diameter. So metal flow can be observed in the figure above, figure shown. As the drawing progresses, metal from zone A, see there are zones A, B, C, zones are there. So from zone A is forced into zone B, then metal from zone B is forced into zone C, and metal from zone C is forced into the die cavity. So this will continue. Eventually even the material in the zone A is forced into die cavity. So however, so this is only the analogy of the material flow. So the mechanism occurring, the actual situation is different, since forces and metal flows are also occurring simultaneously in other direction. So this is the theory portion, but actually it definitely 100% it will not happen. So okay, so as there are many other factors. So while reducing this diameter or flowing of this material, so there is a reduction ratio you have to calculate. Reduction ratio. So another way to express the drawing ratio is the reduction ratio. So reduction is measured using same variables as drawing ratios. So reduction ratio can be calculated by R. So dB plus dP divided by dB. Here dB is blank diameter and dP is punch diameter. So reduction ratio should be 5 or under. Okay, 0.5 or it is below 0.5. It is 5 times. So blank diameter plus punch diameter divided by blank diameter. So it is often expressed as percentage reduction. Percentage reduction. Here dB minus dP divided by dB into 100. So in this case the reduction should be 50% under reduction ratio in each draw blank diameter may be calculated as, so dRR1 equal to d minus d by d, 45% minus 50%. So there are cases DRP1, DRR1, DRR2, DRR3. Here 45% minus 50, 30% minus 35%, 20 to 25%. So it varies. Reduction ratios are varying. So D is the initial diameter of the blank, and D1, D2, D3 are required punch diameter during successive draw reduction ratios. If you want to draw in multiple cycles, then different punches are used of different diameter. At each stage, the reduction ratio is different. So at first cycle, reduction ratio is 45% to 50. In second cycle, 30 to 35%. And in third, 20 to 25%. In this way, successively you can reduce the diameter and increase the height or depth of that cup shape. Okay, redrawing limits are also there. We have to consider redrawing limits. So redrawing limits are the amount of forming of the sheet metal that can be accomplished on the first redraw is less than on original draw. So for the original drawing of the blank, 50% reduction is rarely used during the manufacturing practice. The initial reduction is usually 35 to 45%. First redraw is commonly it is 20 to 30% of reduction. Then second redraw can be typically range from 13 to 16 reduction. So it is the severe amount of deep drawing is performed and several redrawing operations are necessary. Then the part should be annealed every time operation, and this will recover the material from further redrawing. So every time annealing is required. So for every redraw to be performed, so these will be in intermediate part. Okay, so redrawing, so it is not 40 or 45 or 50, it is theoretically, but actually 30 to 35% is considered. Okay, the reduction ratio. Then draw clearance is also important here. It is also changing. The major factor causing the punch to draw into the sheet metal not to cut is amount of clearance. So clearance is important. The clearance is the cutting operation is relatively small. In cutting operation it is relatively small. Usually it is 3 to 8% of sheet metal thickness, and thus situation is sometimes referred to as a metal to metal. Okay, a slightly longer than metal thickness will be greatly reduce the drawing pressure while reducing the strain on the shell, as well as shell that requires more than one drawing operation should use a clearance fusion regards iron for material being drawn. Basically, guidelines for proper choice of such clearance are included in table. So for material, different clearance is chosen. For aluminium, the clearance is 1.25 T. For steel, it is 1.1 to 1.2 T. For stainless steel, 1.75 to 2.5 T, where T is a stock thickness or sheet metal thickness. Okay, so this is about drawing clearance. Then redrawing limits, then reduction ratios, okay, and metal flow in drawing operation we discussed. Now let us discuss the blank development of cup, that is deep drawing process. In last lecture also we discussed about deep drawing process. So in the blank development of cup is greatly, it is a done by deep drawing process in which the sheet metal get converted into cylindrical or box shaped structure with or without changing its length or thickness. So this is called deep drawing process or cup shape. So in figure you can see there is a blank. So this blank is under pressure. Blank holder is there, punch is there, die is there. Okay, and the finished product is, you can see at the bottom, cup shape portion you can see at the bottom. The main part used in deep drawing process are circular die. A sheet metal blank is placed over a circular die opening. This die is made by either tool steel or cast iron. The blank holder is used. It is a part which holds the sheet metal blank at its required place. It provides necessary holding force during drawing. Then punches are used. So this part provides necessary downward force at the blank. It travels downward and force the blank into the die cavity to forming a cup shape. Then blank, the sheet metal cut piece which is used for deep drawing, is known as a blank, and it is placed over the circular die. Then limiting drawing, the ratio is also important. The ratio of blank diameter to punch diameter is known as limiting drawing ratio. It plays a major role in drawing operations. How it works? The blank is placed over an opening circular die with the help of blank holder. The blank holder precisely and necessarily force to hold the blank. The punch, which is attached with the mechanical or hydraulic press at the top, it comes downward and provides a necessary drawing force at a blank. So this force tends to deform metal sheet and force into the die cavity and convert that sheet into cup shape structure. So this is a working of drawing operation. Deep drawing operation depends on various parameters. That is a blank holder pressure, clearance between punch and die, corner radius of the punch and die, lubrications, and many more. Depth of drawn parts. So blank holder pressure already we discussed. So if the blank holder pressure is too small, it creates wrinkling problems. If blank holding pressure is too large, too high, it causes the cup wall tear normally. So that's why it is taken at 0.7% to 1% of the yield strength and ultimate strength of the sheet metal. And usually it is a 30 to 40% of drawing force. Then clearance between punch and die. Clearance between punch and die should be taken as 7 to 14%, and it is greater than sheet metal thickness. If it is too small, it will shear the sheet blank. Then cover radius of punch and die. It can cause of wrinkling if it is too long and can cause fracture if it is too small, so that the radius should be taken between these two limits. Then lubrication. So lubrication, lower the forces, increases draw, then reduce defects. So lubrication is also important. Okay, this is about drawing process. So when you see drawing process, so after drawing process, you can see there may be some defects. There may be some defects. So let us discuss defects in drawn parts. So number of defects can be occur in sheet metal drawn products. So there will discuss some defects. So orange peel. So when the metal is stretched in, it loses its shine surface. It loses its shine surface produced by rolling. The stretch causes the surface to become dull, and dull surface is said to have orange peel appearance. Okay, so it loses its surface shining. it is called orange peel. The wrinkling in the flange. Wrinkling. So wrinkling in a drawn part consists of series of ridges that form radially in the undrawn flange of the work part due to compressive buckling. So this is wrinkling of the flange. Then wrinkling of the wall. If and when the wrinkled flange is drawn into the cup, so these ridges appear in the vertical walls also, and this is called wrinkling in the wall. Then some tearing operations. Tearing is an open crack in the vertical wall, usually near the base of the drawn cup. So due to high tensile stresses that causes failure of metal at this location. So this is due to high tensile stresses. Then next defect is airing. So airing is the formation of some uneven shapes. So upper edge of deep drawing cup. So caused by anisotropy in the sheet metal. So drawing. So it is the material is perfect isotropic airing. Okay, does not occur. So some materials it is not occur. So here it is a airing. So it is uneven surface causes at a particular top of cup. Then surface scratches. The surface scratches occur on the drawn part if the punch and die are not smoother, or if the lubrication is not sufficiently provided, then surface scratches occurs. Then misstrike. Due to the misplacement of the stock, unsymmetrical flanges may result. So this defect is known as misstrikes. So it is unsymmetric flanges. Then stretches, stroins. So reduce selection and gripper sector. So this defect is caused by plastic deformation due to the inhomogeneous yielding. These lines can be crisscross the surface of the workpiece and may be visible objectional. So these are some lines. These are some defects. Okay, and then warping. Warping is also one of the defect. So it is also called camber, in which the bent part warps, and this even occur in inner surface and together with the force of outer surface causes the bent workpiece. So this may happens. Okay. So this is about defects of bending surfaces. Not bending, drawing. Okay. Like a drawing. So the bending also have some defects. In bending also have some defect, that is sheet thickness. Many defects you can find in a bending die. We'll discuss this bending defects and other portion in next lecture. Thank you very much. If you have your doubts, any doubt, you can ask. Also you can clarify your doubts during doubt clarification section. Thank you very much.